guys flying the dynamic duo tonight, huh?
We are the dynamic. We're always a dynamic duo, but you always
Get your talk back there.
plus one. So we're always a dynamic duo.
Just you two tonight, correct?
Correct. That's what they just told us.
All right, so here's what we'll do. I'll roll the open, which is 2 minutes long.
Okay.
I'm gonna start the stream at 6:50, about 4 minutes out from now. The open is a minute and a half, and then there's a commercial. So 2 minutes. I'll come to a shot, come to you guys on camera, font you, then we'll do home lineups, and then there will be an anthem in there somewhere, and we'll try to get away lineups, and then get on with the start.
Sounds good.
I'll guide you in your ears. I'll try not to be annoying, but I'll try to keep you on the rails.
Okay. So roughly, you're saying about 4 minutes.
Yeah, let me check my. Under 4 minutes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
I got a beep in my headset again. Do you? Hear it?
Huh?
You got a beep in it?
Nothing. I lost it. I lost you.
There you are.
There we are.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. That was me.
All right.
You guys want to get closer? Just curious. You like each other, don't you?
Well,
Yeah. Of course, but we're looking right into that wall. That's okay.
Gotcha.
Now we'll get closer.
yeah, we'll get closer. I've still got a beeping in my left ear though too.
athletic trainers for the freshmen, physical therapists for the JV, orthopedic specialists for the varsity, concussion prevention and advanced treatment for all three. Because these athletes need to perform well off the field, too. That's health for the home teams. Sports medicine at Allegheny Health Network.
Everyone to Highmark Stadium. Beautiful night here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for this USL matchup between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and FC Cincinnati. I'm Gene Klein along with my partner Paul Child. Paul, just the two of us tonight calling this game, and another exciting USL matchup coming up.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's really important tonight, I think, for the Hounds to jump back in again and try and get back on that winning streak. Gino, they went through a rough one the last game, losing 4-0, but went away after winning 4-0. So kind of a strange event after that. So
yeah, tough loss for the Riverhounds last week in Charlotte. Got spanked pretty good, 4-0. And coming up against one of the top teams in the league, and FC Cincinnati, a very important match for them because they're fighting for home field advantage in the playoffs.
Oh, no, definitely. And I'm looking forward to seeing Cincinnati because we've heard a lot about them. They've done really well attendance-wise, and the organization is doing really well. So looking forward to this game. Should be really a good one.
And here's the starting lineup you can see for the Riverhounds. It's going to be the Columbus Crew loanee. Zach Steffens will be in the goal. Willie Hunt, Ryan Adelaide, Sergio Camel, Mike Green will be the back four. Stephen Akai and Lebo Maloto will sit in with Corey Herzog in front of them. And Kevin Kirk, Christian Martinez-Waz with the rookie, Siobhan Walsh. Going to get a look at him tonight up front as we pause for a second for the national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And welcome back to the Riverhound FC Cincinnati game after a very nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Gene Klein and Paul Child with you. Paul, talking a little bit about the recent fortunes of both clubs as we see the starting lineup for FC Cincinnati. Mitch Hildebrand will be in the goal. Their back four will be Derek Luke, Harrison Delbridge, Evan Lee, Tyler Polak, and Omar Mohammed, Kenny Walker, Paul Nicholson, Andrew Wiedemann in the midfield with Casey Townsend, and one of the top goal scorers in the league vying for the Golden Boot, Sean Oakley, will be up front with 15 goals for him. So obviously he's going to be the key guy the Riverhounds have to take care of.
No, they've really got to watch out with this guy. Obviously he's on a roll and he's doing really well, and obviously the defenders have got to start off really tight with him and making it difficult for him to get into this game.
So we will see. I mean, as we said, important match. The Riverhounds still mathematically have a chance at the playoffs, but they have to win tonight. They have to win their last three matches, including two against FC Cincinnati, and also hope for a little bit of help. And FC Cincinnati, again, looking to get that home field advantage where they have been one of the great stories of not just USL soccer, but soccer in the United States.
No, really. I mean, they've had a great following and drawing people galore, and that's what's great to see, just seeing how the game's developing and growing in all these different states, and it's great to see Cincinnati doing so well, and we hope they don't do too well tonight, but they're going to. What's a strange matchup though to Gino is having them again next week. I mean, in a week and a half, kind of two games close together, and really is a great opportunity to get to see what you're going to go up against again in another 10 days.
Yeah, it's funny because we haven't seen them all year, and now we'll see them twice in 1 week. And Cincinnati's coming off a 2-match winning streak. They won at Wilmington 2-0. Of course, that was one of the Hounds' recent victories also. And they also won at home on the 5th of September against St. Louis with a 2-1 victory, and before 17,000 people at Cincinnati. That is just phenomenal. Of course, they've had several crowds over 20,000, which is just a terrific story for, obviously, great story for Cincinnati,
but great for the game.
It's just great for the game. Exactly.
Great for the sport.
And we hope that sooner or later that type of fire and enthusiasm can spread here down the river to Pittsburgh. So as we kick off, Riverhounds in familiar gold and black, Cincinnati blue and orange. Hounds going right to left on your screen, and Cincinnati going left to right as the Riverhounds played back to Zach Steffens in the goal, who has been on loan from the Columbus Crew, and Paul, he's done very well since he came here.
No, he when he first stepped in, Gino, I think it was a big turning point for this team. They started really coming together and doing a lot better, and he's done a very good job. I mean, it's tough coming into a team that haven't been winning and down the bottom of division, and he's really come in and picked it up for the rest of the players around him, which you need as a goalkeeper.
Absolutely. So we'll see, if the Hounds have any, their lineup has pretty much stayed the same, Paul, these last couple of weeks. We see a long ball into Christian Martinez, another loanee from the Crew. But it has pretty much stayed the same, although, Coach Dave Brand has inserted some different players into the midfield trying to find that combination. But tonight we see Stephen Akai and Lebo Maloto holding, and Corey Herzog, who's been, a terrific story for the Hounds, and their leading scorer will be underneath the rookie, Chevron Walsh, who we're anxious to see a little bit more of him.
Yeah, we haven't had the opportunity here. I came in, I think, in the second game that he was with the team, and we haven't had a chance to really look at him and see him playing at home. So,
as we see, Sean Acoli taking that one, and I guess when you have 15 goals in the season, you're ready to shoot from anywhere. That's what he was doing.
Well, that's definitely
looking forward
true.
to seeing him also.
Yeah, really.
A lot about him, what he's been up to, and we'll see what he brings to the game.
What he's made of, yeah. Because I mean, obviously, when you've got 15 goals, you're obviously very confident, Gino, and you really know when you're a forward, if you're doing that, you can shoot from pretty much anywhere, and there's always an opportunity it's going to go in the back of the net.
As we see Cincinnati driving, and that's misplayed by Sergio Camel.
Yeah, a bit of a
and
waste.
That will be the first corner for Cincinnati.
Yeah, they're bringing up quite a few players here, some of the defenders, the bigger guys up into the box right now. Obviously want to take advantage of this early in the game, and it's going to be a test for the
Riverhounds with their familiar zone marking, and they sit very, very deep on that to try to really clog up the six-yard box. And Cincinnati's putting two guys in there, and I think Sergio Camel got a piece of that one. So Cincinnati was going right after it, Paul, and trying to slip something in deep inside the box. As we see creative stuff from Cincinnati.
There's another good ball right to. Well, couldn't quite get to that one, but Williams, and a throw in back to Cincinnati. Cincinnati kind of putting the pressure on right at the beginning.
Yeah, they're off to a good start as we see Paul Nicholson play that in off of Adelaide and Willie Hunt, but Willie's going to clear that back to Evan Lee, and he'll swing it around to Harrison Delbridge, and they're going to work it on the left side.
Yeah, they've really got off behind you when you're, at the top of the league, like you said, in third position, Gino. You got that confidence throughout the team, so they're going to go with teams like the Riverhounds with a much poorer record and kind of set the tone right from the beginning. There's a nice ball in and stripped away by Bellotta.
As we see Corey Herzog coming very, very deep to get that one, actually all the way back on the outside of Willie Hunt at left back. Cincinnati pushing and looking like a pretty much a traditional 4-4-2 with Townsend and Oakley up front, and we see Andrew Wiedemann, who's had a very pretty good run for Cincinnati lately.
Whoops.
He's scored a point in 3 consecutive matches. He's locked a goal in 2 of those 3 contests. So they're going to be looking for him, and that'll be a good matchup with Willie Hunt, as we see Campbell
close it away, but
break that up from Cincinnati. But so far, Cincinnati is getting behind the Riverhound midfield and breaking down that line and putting the pressure on the back 4.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Hounds keep the ball a little bit now, Gino. Calm it down a little bit, try and keep possession, and take the wind out of the sails of the Cincinnati team. But as you can see, they're really trying to go at the goal, and
yeah, with Wiedemann, and I think it's Omar Muhammad on the left side, who have really been running at some people. So we see Wiedemann take a pretty wild shot, and that will go over for a goal kick.
That's a third one in about the last 3 or 4 minutes. Three kind of wild shots, Gino. So, not even close to the goal, but they're not frightened to shoot from anywhere out of the 35 yards, 30 yards out. They're just saying, I wonder if they think they've got a chance of beating Zach Steffen on with these long shots. It just seems strange that they're taking these kind of ambitious shots from way out.
So far the game, and again early, only in the 7th minute here, but neither team really able to string anything together and develop any rhythm ball.
Good chances.
As we said, it's pretty early on, and we'll see how things. I'm sure they will settle down pretty soon.
There's a long ball. That's from one keeper to the other keeper. Gino.
And the House will try to build out of the back with Sergio Campbell. They're going to try to push up with Mike Green as Stephen O'Kai comes deep to get that one. And we'll see Mike Green and Willie Hunt certainly pushing forward.
Yeah, Cincinnati not giving the Hounds much room at all, Gino. Really closing them down quickly, making it difficult to get rid of the ball, look for somebody to pass this thing to, and winning the ball back, going after it to get that ball back as quick as possible when they do lose possession.
Looking to press, and as we see them, off of this, as they play to Wiedemann, and he's going to go back to the goalkeeper Hildebrand, and they will swing it over. But they are not hesitating of pushing some people forward and putting some pressure up on our back 4. But you can see, as we see a long one to Christian Martinez.
It kind of hit him on the shoulder, couldn't do much with it. But again, Cincinnati winning the ball back pretty quickly again, Gino, and not giving the Hounds any time to settle on it at all. That's a good way to the other side of the field. A great ball. And
just played a little bit Mike Green, and hopefully that was Tyler Pollock pushing up, and what we've seen is both outside backs, Paul, Derek, Luke, Tyler, Polak, really pushing up.
Really
we
going
see
forward,
the two midfielders, Wiedemann in particular, playing pretty tight, pretty narrow, but then he will open it up as they build. So a tremendous amount of movement as they get into our half. Then we see the outside midfielders, Wiedemann and Muhammad, come in very, very narrow to allow that space for the outside backs. But they're back really, really quick and well organized, and you can see they're keeping their lines pretty tight and pretty compact. And the Hounds are going to have to really get the thing moving to try to break that down.
Yeah. And be pretty accurate with the passing too, Gino.
Yeah, they can't waste balls like that, Paul. We have to, they're not going to be able to. It looks like Cincinnati's very organized. I can't see getting too many balls behind that back foot.
No. The only way I can see us getting behind them, Gino, is really with a quick counter-attack and catching them or pushing forward like they've been doing, and get one or two guys open and see if we can get a good pass, a good ball over through or over the top so somebody can run onto, like this one before the keeper gets there.
Hildebrand plays that with no trouble. Good win from Sergio Campbell. And interesting, Paul, I think Coach Dave Brand is, as we see again, Oakley and Muhammad, but Steve Okai's going to track him back and keep that for the Rounds, but flag is up on the far side for offside. Interesting that they've taken Willie Hunt out of the center, which for the last couple games, and pushed him left and dropped Adelaide into the middle. When you have actually three guys who have played outside back on the bench, and Marshall Hollingsworth, Jack Thompson, and Zach Boggs. But Willie Hunt, of course, is a guy who can probably play anywhere in the field, and he's going to be effective.
And he's a workhorse too, Gino. He's going to chase back, he's going to try and go forward, and then he's going to get back as well as quick as he can, and we know he's got the legs to do it.
Yeah. Adelaide's been in and out of the lineup with a few injuries, and we've seen him at center back and also a little bit more at that holding midfield spot. So this will be a throw-in for Wiedemann. Drops it back to Derek Luke. He's pressured hard from Kevin Kerr, the captain of the Riverhounds, and also the second leading scorer, as Adelaide clears that one, but only back to Wiedemann for Cincinnati. He'll find Nicholson to Walker to Muhammad, and then they're going to push it back to Polak. Out wide left on Mike Green. Good serve in.
Oh, great ball in there. Just nobody reading that, Gino, because that could have been dangerous if somebody had
another good ball and a second ball. Oakley, we see him get up and get on into that ball.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity again, because kind of play will slow down a little bit, and then the ball back in. Going to see a replay of this one and see how dangerous this was. Maybe not.
Well, we're going to see Zach Steffens lining up for the goal kick right now. And we'll catch that replay later. But, two crosses in and out. One a little bit too far, but still very dangerous. Cincinnati able to get back in it and serve it back in. And Oakley, again, very, very dangerous. You can see why he has 15 goals when he hopped on that one, as we see Siobhan Walsh, the rookie, the top guy the Riverhounds picked up from PDL just a few weeks ago, and I know the coaching staff likes him and feels he has a lot of potential, young guy. So we're, as we mentioned earlier, looking forward to
see him a little bit,
seeing how he does.
And as you say, he's a young guy. He's gonna, he's trying to fit in here and get the speed and the rhythm of the USL compared to the PDL league, and he's still learning, and hopefully he's going to be a good future player.
Yep. And we see Hans building. You find Corey Herzog.
Nice little combination.
Nice little layoff to Martinez. He's able to win that one on Polak and get a good serve in, but to Mitch Hildebrand, who fields that cleanly and safely.
Really the first time that Riverhounds have really penetrated down there, Gino, and caused a little bit of a problem, but Cincinnati taking care of it pretty well and slowing it back down and getting possession again. And here they go again.
Yeah, so far, Paul, that's really been the only spot we've been able to find is Christian Martinez on that right side.
Right side, yeah.
So we see Lebo to Martinez. Good entry ball to Walsh, but that's taken away way too easily.
Yeah, and there you can see the inexperience there, Gino.
Yeah,
kind of like left himself wide open.
Totally showed the ball that time.
Yeah, and should have probably got his body in front of that and shielded it. But that'll come with experience and learning, your strengths and your weaknesses and working on those kind of things.
That one, Wiedemann just a little bit too far from Muhammad on that left side. Yeah, he opened himself up, showed the ball, and Evan Lee said, "Thank you very much." And
defenders love to see that because they're going to just take that away from you every time.
Right.
So I'm sure what's good is that we can watch him as he goes into this game more and see whether he adapts to that and realizes it and fixes it. And that's what's really important. Learns from his mistakes.
And there's Casey Townsend on the ball for Cincinnati. Good serve, partially blocked by Adelaide, cleared out by Thompson to Willie Hunt. Nice little move from Okai to get out of that tight space, but Kevin Kerr and Herzog can't hook up, and Derek Luke finds Oakley. He's going to have a go, but to Zach Steffens on the save.
Here comes again, taking a shot again, really, from nothing, really, Gino, and still good distance out, really kind of fancying their chances from out long out.
And what do you think as an old forward who scored many goals in the pros? Good decisions?
I think so. I think they're just trying to get a feel here, and they're just trying to figure it out. And I mean, Oakley, you'd think because he scored so many goals already, would be a little bit more wiser in his decisions rather than taking a rush shot, because he's got the skill and you can see it. He could have probably got a couple of more feet closer, maybe 5 yards closer, and then had a real opportunity to get a shot on goal.
Of course, Cincinnati, as we see him come out of the dugout there, coached by one of your fellow Hall of Famers, John Harkes. Of course, my partner Paul Child, also in the National Soccer Hall of Fame. And of course, John Harkes is also, and Harkes, one of the, from that soccer powerhouse of Kearney, New Jersey, and just pretty much done about everything in the game. And brilliant career in England with Sheffield Wednesday, Derby County,
and
of course here in MLS, and captain the U.S. national team for many years, and so it's great to see him contributing in the USL with Cincinnati and the job they're doing. As we see a good clearance by Campbell, but you can watch Oakley, Paul. He is like always off the shoulder of one of the defenders. Yeah,
he's very quick, sharp. He knows. You can see he's very sly, Gino, and he's reading the game really, really well. And you can't give him too much room because you can see he's going to be a deadly threat.
And you can also see how well, I mean, the shape of FC Cincinnati, you can tell how well they're coached. I mean, it's very hard, very compact. They're going to let the Riverhounds have the ball right here. They're going to drop back, keep their lines tight, and then, of course, when they're ready to go, then they go together, as we see right there. And, of course, they break the Riverhounds down. And that was perfect tactics. They sat into it, kept their lines tight, and as soon as that first entry ball was there, stepped up, win the ball, and now they have possession.
Yep. No, it's interesting to see him because we haven't seen them as well, Gino. So, as you say, it's very difficult for the Hounds to even see any, players even to get free. Oh, he's offside again. Looks like it.
Yeah. So, and again, you can see, like we talk Wiedemann on the right, Muhammad on the left, coming in, keeping it really pretty narrow to allow that space for Paul Eck and Luke coming up from the outside backs. But he was making that run in there, and so that's going to force force the back four of the Riverhounds to deal with that and come up with some answers to that.
You hope, yeah.
So back out to Cincinnati, as we see they go back to Kenny Walker, and they're going to be able to elude Martinez there with Polak, and here's Muhammad. Again, Oakley making a run in, good serve, looking for Casey Townsend that time, and that's cleared out by Adderley for the second corner of the night for FC Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati look pretty dangerous on these, Gino. They've got really, you can see, especially with Hartsey coaching them, I'm sure, you know, they're well coached in corner kicks, dead ball situations, and you can see that this is going to be tough one for the Hounds as we play a zone defense again.
Right, last time they tried that in swinger. Let's see what we do again. They're going for that same spot for Oakley, but boxed away by Zach Steffen.
Yeah.
So they have Oakley trying to, you know, get right in there, Paul, right in that near post area. They went for him both times, and we'll have to leave that in the memory banks and see if they continue with that, you know, for the
I think you might see him maybe the third one or the fourth one, change it a little bit, and then kind of suck the Hounds all into thinking this ball's coming to the near post again, and get out one long or even out to the penalty spot, you know, where somebody's free.
Kenny Walker does well to find Oakley there, but Sergio Campbell wins that little battle, but Walker back in with it, and here comes Muhammad. And boy, he's a quick guy who's making some stuff happen right now, as we see Wiedemann there.
That's a great
serve and a terrific win from Sergio Campbell, Paul.
Yeah, he
Didn't let
really
him get
read
across.
that, didn't he, Gino? He read that really well. He was watching the cross as well, and really got a yard on Oakley.
As Walker again long to and that's going to be offsides to Townsend. So, you know, they're getting called offside, Paul. It has to be maybe the fourth time already.
Yeah.
But again, they're you know, the Hounds back four is going to have to answer some of these questions that they're giving them, and like, how are you going to deal with the fact that we're pushing, that we're having two strikers up on the shoulders of the center backs? There's a lot of mobility there.
Yep.
We see Wiedemann and Muhammad coming in to support them right away. So it's they're really keeping the Hounds under the gun a little bit, and as the Hounds are going to have to start keeping the ball a little bit better, as we see. And two guys that can do it are Okai and Maloto. We'll see what they can do, and that's is going to be too far from Lebo to Willie Hunt.
Yeah, and that's a problem. We're kind of making 2 or 3 short passes, you know, and then we're trying to get that ball into that wide positions or trying to get behind them, and it's just not working because this team are really organized in that respect, and we right now, I'd like to see us keep it a little bit longer, you know, just to get some feeling, get some confidence on the ball.
When you see how tight their lines are and you know how compact, I think they do need.
Here's a shot coming up at
Kerr. Difficult to run with them, but I think I agree. They're going to have to maybe get some rhythm and get some possession and try to get Cincinnati chasing the game. But they're smart. They're not letting them do that. And,
no. And Kevin Kerr was a little bit unlucky there, you know. The ball got caught stuck under his feet in the AstroTurf because I could see him starting to wind up for a shot, and he was getting close to the top of the box, and we know he can crack some now and again, and would have been good to see.
And here's Walsh, and there's a good goal by Martinez, who's way over here on the left side. That's the first time we've seen him on this side of the field.
Yeah.
And Kevin Kerr is now on the right side, so a little bit of a switch with the two midfielders. The Hounds, of course, playing in really in a 4-2-3-1 with Maloto and Akai sitting, and we'll see a lot of movement from Kerr and Martinez, Corey Herzog.
That's a long up.
There's Mike Green, a veteran at outside back. Greeny has not missed too many games this year. I think one with a suspension, but he's been a stalwart there at that right back spot. And It's good to see him this year in one position.
Yeah,
you know?
it is, because it's difficult to figure out where he was playing. It was changing so much last year. So we saw him up front sometimes, in midfield, in defense. Only place we didn't see him was in goal.
Yeah, we definitely saw him everywhere.
And I'm sure he feels better about it too, Gino. You know, he knows that position, and he knows what he has to do there, and he feels much more comfortable being in one position.
Yeah, I mean, he's a team guy, and he'll play wherever the coaches want him to play. But look, it's only natural that you want to be in one spot. As we see a long one over, headed out by Willie Hunt, again trying to find Derek Luke up here on the right side. Wiedemann to Luke. Willie Hunt.
We're looking for a 1-2 there. And
Zach Steffens well done there.
Yeah, Martinez caught out of the play there and thought he was going to go, but he didn't. And Hounds trying to build on this left side right now.
Martinez tries to find Herzog, and he's reaching for that one, and we're going to pop that back to Hildebrand. Oh, not a good place. Can Kevin Kerr have a go?
Yeah, boy. That was an opportunity there, and he was lucky that Welsh was about 2 yards just too far away from that, because all he had to do was stick his foot out, and I think he would have had an open net.
Yeah,
there was nobody there to pick him up.
Another look, and we see the back pass from Derek Luke. Not a good clearance at all, right to Kevin.
Just bobbled up for him, and he couldn't get over it.
A little bit. I'm sure Kevin would like to have another go with that one.
Enjoy your chocolate chip cookies.
Game kind of settling down a little bit, Gino, into 25 minutes, and kind of Hounds trying to get their rhythm together now. Cincinnati's kind of took the gas off the pedal, you know, the foot off the pedal here, and slowed down, and maybe letting Hounds get their rhythm together here and getting back into this game.
Yep, and again, we're at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh on a nice, cool Wednesday evening. 0-0 between FC Cincinnati and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And it is, unlike some of the games we've called, Paul, here recently, it's temperatures have dropped a little bit, so it's a cool night. The weather's not going to have any impact whatsoever on the game. As we see this one drop back to Adelaide. Zach Steffens says it's all yours.
Yeah, I think we were lucky. The rain kind of came through earlier on and cooled everything off, and looks like we're not going to get any rain tonight, which is rare for when there's a Riverhound game. It usually rains. So
well done from Stephen Okai, tracking back there. Quick little one in to Willie Hunt. And I think Willie reaching for that ball inadvertently hit Omar Muhammad. So hopefully he's okay. John Hark's off the bench with that one. Good run from Muhammad. Oh, good shot.
Nice shot.
Just a little bit too high. And as we see that one, Paul, as he makes this dribble across, somebody has to step up here.
And make it, step in front of him.
Adelaide tries.
Maybe just did enough so he couldn't get over the ball, but can't give him too many shots like that. You could see him winding up and getting ready to hit that. And a free kick to Cincinnati now, and again, look, they're pretty much all but 3 players at the back there, Gino, and all pushing forward.
Yeah, they're pushing, as again we see Derek Luke way up here, and they're going to try to find him behind Willie Hunt, but that's going to be a little bit too far, and that will be a goal kick for the Riverhounds. So yeah, they're gonna try to push them up and get those outside backs going, which again allows the two midfielders, Muhammad and Wiedemann, to come in a little bit more narrow and join the two forwards. Because really Nicholson and Walker are pretty much stay-at-home type guys.
Stay-at-home,
Paul,
yeah. That's a off.
That's going to be offsides. Martinez a little bit quick, and
Linesman a little bit slow.
gets behind Delbridge on that one, but
definitely
that was off as soon as it played him.
Yeah, of course, it was good 2
See
yards.
Dave Brandt, Riverhounds head coach, barking out some instructions, trying to get his crew going. Hildebrand the serve. It's going to be one good win by Willie Hunt.
Yeah, I thought that deflected off of Cincinnati.
I did
the
also,
player.
but
Linesman didn't see it
since
that
the
way.
referee didn't think as though, and it's Cincinnati throwing. So Nicholson went it to Walker. Great little ball to Polak. He's going to roll back.
Oh, nice
Wiedemann
cut, man.
coming over from the right side. Good stuff from Cincinnati. But now the Hounds, can they counter here? They have some numbers.
They could switch this ball. That'd be great for Kevin Kerr. A little bit slow getting to him,
Well
but
done,
back in.
Kevin to come back. Lebo, have a go. We'll see if
That's,
Cincinnati can now stretch it.
Now this is.
Wiedemann.
We've got some yellow shirts back there. There's
Yeah,
plenty
they
of
got back,
others.
and Stephen Akai got back pretty well. And Paul, I thought with that Hounds counter, Lebo kind of slowed it down a little bit. He played that to Kevin, maybe into space behind him,
And he was too slow to, you know, it should have been out in front of him rather than back behind him.
So he
And,
had to get back to get that, come back, slow down to get that ball.
yeah, and
They definitely had numbers up.
yeah, that would have been a great ball in front of him. I think it would have been a lot more dangerous and probably resulted in a shot on goal.
Oakland with a battle with Adelaide, and that's going to be a foul. I think we're going to see Adelaide with a little bit of arm on.
Give him a bear hug, I think.
Sean Oakley, yeah, is like right there, and again right there, and this will be a dangerous one for Cincinnati. So 32nd minute, we're going to see Wiedemann, Kenny Walker, Derek Luke, three of them on the ball. Zach Steffen trying to get his three-man wall organized. Everybody up at Polak for FC Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's
Looks
not
like it's going to be Walker. We'll see. It is Walker. Oh,
that was a surprise.
Surprise take.
Yeah, it really was, because that didn't look on at all. And after he hit it, I thought, boy, that wasn't a bad plan there.
Yeah, when he
because
first went in there, I thought, you know, his hips were a little bit too wide.
Yeah,
and then but
the ball got some bend on it.
It did have some bend on it. And came back in, hit the side panel. So
that's really been the closest I think they've been, other than that one header that Oakley had that went over the top, and that looked more dangerous than anything. So here go the Hounds on the counter again.
Walsh. We'll see what he does here.
Oh, nice little ball class, but a little bit way
Nobody
too far
really
in
there
front.
for the Hounds. He had to look up their ball and maybe hold on to that to allow. Martinez was trying to get in there, and it just
wasn't really in the right position. Yeah. I think that's again a young player. He's got to start learning that and realizing nobody's there, and maybe take that one more touch and make that better pass.
Right, and you know, and he had a step or so on
the defender.
On the defender, and you know, if he continues with that, maybe he draws something. As we see again, there's Muhammad coming in from his midfield spot, but he's going to give that to Steffen quite easily.
That was a giveaway there.
Yeah, a complete giveaway back. And
he had a vision, and there was nobody there.
He had a vision, but nobody else was in it.
Yeah. That's a long
Zach
ball.
Steffens send that one long, which is won by Evan Lee, and he's going to find Wiedemann. And again, there's Muhammad. I really like the switching we're seeing from him and from Sean Oakley, and there's Sergio Camel going down after a collision with Omar Muhammad.
I don't know whether he swung his arm and backhanded him into his stomach, or it's tough to tell.
Yeah. Couldn't really see it, but I don't. As we see Dave Brandt trying to organize some things. And here comes.
Oh yeah, I think he caught him with his elbow, and
Joe Campbell's a tough guy, and he's had his share of knocks of the season, and always seems to bounce right back.
Everybody getting a drink right now. It's still pretty warm out there, but nowhere near it like it could have been, Gino. As I said, this rain came through earlier and cooled everything off a little bit.
It's a nice, cool night. Like I said, perfect night for soccer, and you know, decent crowd out here. Nowhere near the size of what they're getting in Cincinnati. But, appreciate the fans that have turned out here on a Wednesday night for the Riverhounds. And that will go back to Zach Steffen. As we
handball on Malota.
Yeah,
Everybody else saw
Delbridge is kind of he and Evan Lee are kind of owning Siobhan Walsh right now, and I think he's going to have to do a little bit better, like getting a feel for those guys and trying to lock him out. I mean, he's sort of waiting for those balls, and experienced defenders like that are having no problems winning.
Yeah, they're just reading everything and making it very difficult for him. And you know, that's what they're supposed to do, and that's what he's got to overcome and figure out what he needs to do to, you know, get the advantage on them.
Yeah, I think things like that maybe you can get away with in the PDL.
Yeah, but
against players with their experience level, and they're going to be able to win those. But we're still seeing some good things from Walsh, and hoping to see a lot more as the game wears on. And that's off Cincinnati. That's off Wiedemann, and Willie Hunt will take the throw for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Just entering the 37th minute here. Still zeros on the board as you see Ryan Adelaide play up to Martinez. He is looking for Corey Herzog, but Matilda Brand off his line to smother that one. But good look there.
Oh yeah, it was good, and I thought Martinez actually had a lot of space in front of him. Gino, he could have probably gone another 10 yards before, you know, trying to draw somebody out towards him and opening up another area that somebody could have made a diagonal run and got him behind, but didn't happen.
But if you're going to look for somebody on that ball, Paul, Corey Herzog's the guy to look for.
Definitely.
Because he is, you know, he's going to work his tail off to get there.
Sure.
And that's going to be a foul on Sergio Camel against Sean Oakley.
Yeah, Sergio's kind of getting stuck into Oakley and letting him know that he's there.
He always does. So free kick. Kenny Walker on the ball for FC Cincinnati. Hounds trying to hold their line just about at the edge of the penalty area. Zach Steffen tells them to move up a little bit to at least get even with that. And we'll see what Walker does with this one. They're rotating around to the far post. There's a second ball in, but Steffen reads it very, very well and is able to clear that. Nice little sequence by FC Cincinnati.
Yep.
Had a few guys spin off, go to the far post, and they're looking for that second ball back across.
Yep.
And Zach Steffen did well to find that one.
And Hounds getting the ball back too, Gino, and then giving it away again. Too simple, again, too quickly, and Kevin was caught in an offside position, so he had to step back and couldn't get to that ball. So
yeah, I don't know if the Hounds have strung together more than 3 passes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's and as we said, to break down a team like Cincinnati, they're going to have to do a little bit better than that.
Definitely,
because
some
they're
great
keeping again, they're well organized. Their lines are tight, and it's going to be very difficult to get
get in behind
them because they drop off very well also. So Zach Steffen cleared that one up. Kevin Kerr, good win. Here's Walsh. Oh, boy, that would have been a nice one there if he got a piece of that. They might have got behind. So we see Walker. There's Muhammad to Nicholson, and we'll go wide to Polak.
And if you can see now, Martinez
we see Derek Luke pushing up very high.
Martinez has switched again, Gino, back over to the right side.
Right.
Kevin Kerr back to the left side, because we were trying to get, starting to get behind him a little bit on the right side at the beginning of the game.
There's a foul on Lebo Moloto, which I don't think he liked, but I don't know what
that's a foul.
It's a pretty clear foul on Kenny Walker, and steps inside and moves that. But Cincinnati gives it back to the Riverhounds, and again another goal kick for Zach Steffen. His legs are going to be tired. He's had a lot of goal kicks.
Yeah, really.
And from a Cincinnati standpoint, Paul, I mean, we talked about how well organized and things they are, but they I think John Harsh would like to see them keep it a little bit more also, rather than just playing these.
It creates some real chances too, yeah.
And they're harmlessly going out either into the hands of Zach Steffen or across the end line. So the Riverhounds will have a free kick with Kevin Kerr and Lebo Moloto lining up for this one. And everyone's pretty much packed in the far post except Corey Herzog, who's in the middle. Cincinnati holding their line at about the edge of the penalty area also.
I think a good one down there to Moloto would be the best, down in this left-hand corner.
In this corner,
but it looks like they're going
to serve it up, and that was Casey Townsend who played that one, and Kevin, and he played it into him. Kevin Kerr asked several times for the referee to back him up,
and he never moved.
And he backed up 2 steps, but he was still probably maybe 6 yards from the ball. And so right away when Kevin hit him, the hands going up like, hey, we did not have 10 yards. And I see Dave Brandt working at fourth official, probably saying the same thing. As we see, not a good entry ball from Lebo, and he was unpressured.
No, he didn't need to give it to him, did he, Gino? That's where we're wasting chances and opportunities. I think Dave Brandt saying the same thing down here. You can see by his arm action, don't keep giving his thing away. But here's Martinez.
That's better.
Yep.
Up to Christian Martinez, but good strong win from Delbridge. There's, Curry Herzog was on the break for sure, and if he was able to get that in, it could have been a dangerous ball into the box, as we see. Again, Moloto, he's going to go wide to Willie Hunt. To Moloto. Holds off a challenge.
That's better. Keep it a little bit. Look up. Green with a wild one now.
Yeah, wild one. And again, I'd still like to see us maybe do a little bit better with that. I mean, it's a bit of I think it's Kenny Walker that went down. I think he caught a Lebo Moloto elbow as he went flying across. And, as we see, look at our Steel Army. Numbers aren't as large as they were at the beginning of the season, but we still appreciate the loyal guys that are out here on a Wednesday.
Oh, yeah,
evening.
definitely. And it's a midweek, and they got to go to work tomorrow, but you always have a good crowd there and a wild and crazy bunch.
Yeah. Always appreciate the support. This Army provides the Riverhounds each and every game, no matter what the score. They've been with us thick and thin for many years now. You see clearances out.
It's a dangerous situation.
And he's going to get that back to Zach Steffen. So good battle there.
Yeah, I think we got to see these first half out, Gino, and Dave Brandt's got to go back in and try and figure out how we're going to try and break down this Cincinnati compactness at the back and figure out what can we do here. And I would like to see us. There's a great chance. Oh, Welsh. Oh, what a shame there, because you can see he has the speed and he can get there.
Yeah, he definitely has a little he could turn that on, and that was a good combination with he and Corey Herzog. You see Corey go, and again, Delbridge is just very fortunate to be able to get a touch on it. But Hounds, again, can they pick up something late in the half? That would be a great way to finish this, Paul.
Oh, for a confidence builder, for
Go
sure.
into the dressing room up 1-0. But and that's
A giveaway.
not a good one from Corey Herzog, who raises his hand to Mike Green, says it should have been better, Mike.
I think Herzog should have probably held the ball up a little,
Yeah.
actually, and kind of just held it up, and then Green could have got into a better spot to get the return.
So we're approaching the 45th minute. I don't think it can be much more than 1 minute, Paul.
No, it's really not been.
At a time.
Maybe 1 minute the most, I think.
Yeah, I would say
and,
maybe. It is. Looks like it's going to be about 1 minute, I think.
Don't need to do anything silly at this time, Gino. Just go in and try and reorganize and figure out how we can break this Cincinnati defense down.
Stefan, and that's going to be back to Zach Steffens. I think if Oakley would have been offsides had he tried to play that. And Riverhounds will roll it out to Sergio Camel, to Steven Okai. Can they pick up a late goal here late in the first half? To Adelaide, and that's going to go back.
Well, that's a good way of pushing
to
it.
Hildebrand, and tough one for him to.
Riverhounds
The clear tough back pass for the goalkeeper. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing was in the air. And that's where I see a little bit of Siobhan Walsh, and that's easy for Hildebrand from a Loto, and a little bit of a collision with him. And Christian Martinez is going to get booked for that one. Hildebrand did not like that at all. He caught the cross cleanly and was trying to run out, and got tangled up with Martinez.
I'm a little bit surprised Hildebrand didn't get a yellow card. That's for retaliation, But
Well, here it is. Here he catches it cleanly, tries to get out, and a little bit of trip. And
he tripped Hildebrand.
well, he doesn't. He talks to him, and you can see he's pulled away there very smartly by Tyler Polak, but Martinez gets a booking in the 45th minute. So this one's just about, that might add another 30 seconds to it.
I think the game after.
Number 34, Christian Martinez.
Well, referee adding a few more seconds, and I think that's about it.
And that's the half. At the end of the first half here in Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 0, FC Cincinnati 0. And Paul, again, what do you think the Riverhounds have to do here in the second half? What are they going to talk about in the dressing room?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we've been saying the whole game, Gino, they kind of need to keep possession of the ball a little bit longer. I mean, we keep getting 2 or 3 touches and giving it away, or taking long passes down the field, which seem to keep getting picked off. So I think really make some more combinations, keep possession. We kind of did well down the right-hand side of the field too, when Martinez at the beginning of the game was getting some runs down the right side, wasn't getting the crosses in. I don't think we've really had maybe one decent shot, So.
Okay. Yeah, and for we'll see a few little highlights here that are coming up. There's one of the corners that they're looking for. Sean Oakley boxed away by Zach Steffens, the goal. Here's Andrew Wiedemann. Has been very effective serving that one in, but just over the top from Oakley. That was one of the better chances. Martinez, here you just talked about,
that was
serving that one in, as we saw a few players going. There's Oakley with one of the quick shots. He's taken a couple of those, Paul, but not real effective. Another in-swing corner that Steffens gets a piece of. And here's Siobhan Walsh, too. I think that was Kevin Kerr on that shot. Here's the free kick that Walker takes, hits the side panel, but not really close when you look at it at that angle. Martinez trying to find Corey Herzog there, but Hildebrand off the line. And here's the second ball that Zach Steffen is going to pick off quite easily. And that was one other one here to Herzog to Chiffon Walsh. But again, Hildebrand will be off his line to pick that up. So not a lot of great chances, a lot of flicks and second balls, but nothing really clean. And I think both coaching staffs are going to go in and say, okay, we have to do a little bit better here with the ball, maybe show a little bit more patience in the attack third of the field, and try to combine and create some better chances.
Some combinations at the top of the box to create some shots. Obviously, Cincinnati having more opportunities than the Riverhounds right now, 3 or 4, but nothing really. Maybe the header should have been a little bit better and kept down. That could have been a goal. And the corner kicks, they're definitely dangerous, Gino. They're pinging these balls into the near post and making Zach Steffens really have to be on his toes there and be ready to punch this ball.
And he has done very well. So we'll be back after this break. I mean, again, the score at halftime is the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 0 and FC Cincinnati 0. Enjoy your little break, and we will see you in a few minutes. For Paul Child, I'm Gene Klein, and come back with us for the start of the second half. Thank you.
Through the years, you've done right by investing in your home. And now, you can use that equity to borrow money for the things you need. With a low 1.99% APR and no fees, you can apply for a home equity loan online and use the money to upgrade to that minivan, make home improvements, or finance college. At Clearview, we can help you find ways to use the equity in your home for more important things. Let us help. Visit us online for more information. Clearview Federal Credit Union, the next generation of personal banking.
A lump for Emily. 2 rounds of chemo and reconstruction, too. A nurse who was a rock. A gifted doctor, an understanding princess. And many more tomorrows for Emily. Quality cancer care ranked in the top 5% nationally. The Cancer Institute at Allegheny Health Network.
And welcome back to Highmark Stadium on a Wednesday night in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, between this USL contest with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and FC Cincinnati. 0-0 at the half. I'm Gene Klein with Paul Child. And Paul, not a lot of chances for either team in that first half.
No, not really at all, Gino. I expected to see Cincinnati, the way they started the game in the first 5 minutes, looked like they were just going to really put a lot of high pressure on the Hounds, and they were doing that, and then it kind of eased off after about 10 minutes, and the Hounds started to get back into it a little bit again, but the Riverhounds still giving the ball away too quickly. I think we should keep possession a little bit more, and Cincinnati doing very, very well, compact as a team, as we can see. Very tough to break down at the back, Gina.
Very tough to break down, but I got to think for Cincinnati that they were given away maybe a little too cheaply up in the attack third. And I don't think John Hargs is real. Would have been real happy with that because they didn't really create a lot of chances, and they have the league's leading goal scorer there, in Sean Coley. I think we're mispronouncing his name wrong in the first half. We apologize for that. And I think that they want better service into him. He really had any. He had a header, close on a couple corners, one header off a cross. Not much at his feet. And I think that they have to do a little bit better of maybe finding he and Casey Townsend up top.
Yeah, definitely. They really, like you say, he wasn't getting really the good service at all, and I think they're obviously going to try and rectify this in the second half, but I think hopefully Dave Brandt's going to come up with some way of trying to break down that defense and maybe get down the right-hand side a little bit more, get some crosses in to Walsh and Herzog for the Riverhounds too, to try and get some shots on goal. I don't think we've really had a decent shot on goal, created any really good chances.
So we'll look to see if there are any changes. I saw Marshall Hollingsworth, at the halfway strap. I don't know if.
It looks like
he might be going in. I don't see Adderley out there, so we might see Willie Hunt slide back into the center with Sergio Campbell, and Hollingsworth go back to his usual left back spot. So we're waiting.
This is a strange one, Gino.
I guess
I've never seen the teams out before.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to be. It's Hollingsworth for Adelaide, so we'll see Willie Hunt move in the center, but unusually we're waiting for the four officials to come out there. The Hollingsworth's looking to sub. There's no fourth official, so normally we're waiting for both teams ready to go, and
usually
they're taking their good old time strolling out here. I'll tell you that. So I guess they have the correct time. I don't know.
They need their time in the spotlight.
We'll see it, and as they shake hands, give some fist bumps to everybody. Good luck, and okay, boys, let's get this thing rolling. And now we can bring a couple substitutions in. It looks like also Cincinnati will be making a change, and a familiar one, Jimmy McLaughlin, USL veteran, will be entering the game, but we'll see who he enters for looks like or Omar Mohammed.
Yeah, really.
So that's interesting. Mohammed was very effective in the first half. So, but Jimmy McLaughlin, dangerous player, and we'll keep track of those changes.
And we're underway.
As we say, Cincinnati, and starting off with the ball. And they're going to try to build out of the back a little bit.
Yeah, really not in any rush, and now looking long, wide right. Did well there, taking that ball down. Nice combination there by Cincinnati. Little flick into the middle.
And there goes a goalie, and that is headed out. Jimmy McLaughlin pushing up in there, but Campbell wins that one.
Well,
And that'll go all the way over.
Yeah, Herzog coming
Derek
for the
Luke.
ball. And a guy knocking it long.
Paul, I think one of the things we said, not a lot of chances. I think both teams playing a little bit tight. Certainly an important one for both groups. Cincinnati vying for that home playoff spot, which they could do very well with the terrific crowds that they have drawn throughout the season, and the Riverhounds trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. So both teams, I wonder if they're going to push the game a little bit more, because they could both use 3 points.
Oh, definitely.
And the Hounds have to have 3 points.
Yeah, if we're going to continue on, and obviously, as you said earlier, we need to win all 4 games actually. So it's super important that we come away with the points. And as you said, Cincinnati needs them as well. But a little bit tentative at the moment, and I'm sure it's going to start opening up and try and get some more attempts on goal.
So that tough one, but well won from Paul Nicholson to get back on that one, but that is given away. And Stephen Akai will look forward and finds Corey Herzog in a pocket in front of the center backs, but Nicholson chases him back, but he eludes both Nicholson and Walker, and finds Lebo Moloto. And Lebo's going to slow it down to Marshall Hollingsworth, who again just entered the game as they've made the change for Ryan Adelaide. I don't know if that's a tactical change, Paul, or if Adelaide was carrying any kind of knock, but
there's a ball. It's a nice
great look.
The referee never even
didn't like that. Not too much of a complaint from Kevin Kerr, so I think it's just a little bit of a collision as we see that when they both kind of get tangled down, and nothing really there, I don't think.
No, referee's not going to give anything for that. And Kevin, I'd like to see him getting some chances and get some shots off too, Gino. It looks like the Hounds, like we were talking about.
Well, bad giveaway from Moloto.
Oh, really? Through the first half.
And he's going to, they're going to keep it. Kenny Walker is going to find Wiedemann, but Hollingsworth is going to get over there. And I think he's going to save it for, it's going to be a corner kick.
Yep.
And that will be the third one on the night for Cincinnati. The River.
Quick one,
quick restart. And there's a ball in, but that's going to be taken cleanly and quickly by Zach Steffen, who, again, another impressive outing so far for him at a goal pole.
Yeah, really.
Very confident, very. You can tell he's had a lot of experience internationally at the youth level, and again, as we mentioned, he's a property of the Columbus Crew, and I think they're going to be high on this kid. I mean, they want him here to get some
playing time,
get some good important minutes, and hopefully he's going to benefit from this experience.
As I was about to say about 2 minutes ago, Gino, we've kind of started off really well, keeping possession for a while, and now we've kind of gone back to the same way we were at the end of the half, and getting 2 or 3 passes and then coughing the ball up, making mistakes.
Exactly. We saw Lebo Moloto give that one up a little bit cheaply, and
Martinez.
You're right, Paul. They started off pretty well. Looked like they tried to demonstrate a little bit more patience, and that's not a lot of patience from.
I'm a little bit surprised at
Harrison
Cincinnati,
Belbridge, who knocks that one all the way across the field to the Riverside part of the field. Of course, we're on the Monongahela River. So if you're a Cincinnati fan and you have a canoe outside, you could paddle on down the Ohio River and end up from the Mon to the Ohio, and you'll be home in a few weeks, I'm sure. As we see Cincinnati continue, and I think it's going to be a foul on Hollingsworth, Paul.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a free kick. I don't think it's going to be a throw-in.
And we'll see Wiedemann taking care of that one.
Yeah, he just threw his body into his play.
Hollingsworth and was Derek Luke over there, who's trying to get his boots
Back on.
organized. He's having some issues with those laces. I mean,
Yeah, they look too long.
Kenny Walker says that's okay, man. You know, this might be the longest shoot I've ever seen in a pro game.
It is too. And the
We're
referee.
ready for it, and we'll see how Cincinnati can deal with this from service from Derek Luke. And we see some guys breaking in again. Steffens
Stepping out.
quickly
Yeah.
off his line to gather that one, no problem whatsoever, and he immediately builds with Hollingsworth, and here's Moloto to Herzog, to Moloto, takes that from Mackay. He's going to go over here to Christian Martinez. Just a lack of communication there with Herzog, right? Herzog checked, and then he
Yeah.
wanted to go, and
Yeah, but it's. I've watched Martinez now for the first 3 touches he's had, and I don't know whether he's been told to get that ball and go at Cincinnati, because he seems to be just taking off with the ball and going at Cincinnati, whether he's got players in front of him or whatever, and just seems like he's very unorganized. In that
here's a big collision with Tyler Polak and Sergio Camel, and Sergio comes down pretty hard, and Tyler, I think, looks like he got a knock to the head off that one. And so far they have not summoned the trainer. Referee says hold off. So I believe he's going to be okay. We'll see. As we see Tyler come to his feet. I just think just one of those tough collisions. A little heavy touch from Tyler.
Yeah, I think he caught the elbow of Campbell in the left side
and
of his
Sergio's
head.
just coming in because they had that big separation. He's just coming in to win that ball. As we said, heavy touch, got away from him, and both guys going hard into the ball. So he appears to be okay, which is good news. And Zach Steffens is going to play that one long to Corey Herzog, and Corey chases it down to the corner but can't control it, and that will be a throw in deep for Cincinnati, as Tyler Polak will still looks a little woozy, but he's
going to take the throw.
He's going to take that throw. Nicholson will head that out, and that's going to be retained by the Riverhounds. Mike Green will take that throw and looks in for the young rookie Siobhan Walsh. And there's Jimmy McLaughlin for Cincinnati, and that's probably way too cheap a ball for them. I don't know how Andrew Wiedemann is going to run that one down.
It's a nice ball to Herzog.
Herzog, and here's Walsh.
Oh, that's not a bad ball. If Martinez can catch it, but it looks like he's going to. Yeah, he ran out of bounds. Just couldn't.
Second straight ball into that corner. It is, can't get behind the Cincinnati back four.
Mount Lebanon Recreational Department, Plum Soccer Tournament, Pittsburgh Tech Soccer League, and Deer Lakes Girls Varsity Soccer. Thank you for your attendance.
As Polak clears for FC Cincinnati, Willie Hunt, back in a familiar spot for him in the center back with Sergio Campbell, where he's been most of the season, Paul.
Yeah, really. And Hollingsworth playing out on the left now.
Yeah, and I think this is solid because Hollingsworth gives you that pace out wide on that left flank, and hopefully they can push him forward a little bit and try to get something out of it. We see him combining with Kerr, Herzog moving off the ball. But again, Cincinnati keeping, staying compact, staying connected. and staying very patient defensively.
Yeah, not in no rush.
The running is very efficient. It's always forcing a player into a spot where another Cincinnati defender is ready to win the ball. As we see that one cleared, but that's going to be out of touch, and that will be a throw-in for the Hounds. As we see Hollingsworth again coming forward, but give away with Martinez.
Got a little break there and got the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good win from Stephen Akai to get that one right back.
Yeah, because that could have been a counter-attack. But again, Martinez doing well and then giving it up, Gino.
That's a good entry pass to Siobhan Walsh, but he again shows it to Evan Lee, who wins that, and here comes Cincinnati with Jimmy McLaughlin. Okoli. And Nicholson's looking for a handball, but the Riverhounds have played on.
Again, Matthew Stewart, please report to the club level.
Put away from by Willie Hunt. Very sloppy right now, Paul.
Yeah,
both
really,
sides chopping it. Neither one can really get a hold of it, and
it's
you know, trying to force the issue a little bit. And there's another one.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
We're looking for Casey Townsend, but again, right back to the Riverhounds. So far, not the most dynamic, creative match that we've seen. Two teams well organized, well coached. But I'm sure both coaches would like to see a little bit more.
Yeah, Hans trying to keep it a little bit more too, Gino. Not in any rush to go forward, and until kind of Martinez gets it, and then he wants to go straight to goal or penetrate into the Cincinnati.
That has to be a foul. Yep. That's going to be Nicholson on Lebo Moloto. Yeah, a little bit more patience from the Hounds, but to break down Cincinnati, he's still going to have to be a lot quicker, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Much quicker.
As we see, that foul. And Hounds are out here to Kevin Kerr, to Lebo Moloto. Again to Kevin Kerr. He will have a go! Oh, and just wide. That's a lot better from the Riverhounds. Good shot and good movement from Kevin Kerr, where it started with him and he came inside and
finally shot something.
We see
yeah, that's what we need.
Good first touch from Kevin. Not far off, Paul. Good look. And that's what Kevin is quite capable of doing.
Yeah, and it's done it in the past, and don't get to see him. I haven't seen him do very much tonight, and it was a little bit unlucky there. He couldn't get over the ball and get it into that corner, you know. But looks like we're going to have a change here as well, Gino.
Yeah, looks like Nick Thompson is going to
warming up here.
He's going to come on. I would suspect he's coming in for Siobhan Walsh. I like the movement from Siobhan Walsh, and that's going to be a foul on Kenny Walker, and it looks like a booking on Kenny Walker on Moloto.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get to see it again. I don't know how much he touched Moloto, but
yeah. Not much there. Kenny Walker saying, geez, I barely got him. And
I couldn't believe he got a yellow card. And
he gets a booking out of that. So, didn't look that bad second time around. But referee doesn't have the benefit of that, and it is going to be Nick Thompson for Siobhan Walsh.
A yellow card has been issued. Cincinnati's number 6.
So we'll see Nick, a veteran guy who will go up top. Going to put a lot of pressure on the backs. Quite capable, winning some good head balls.
I think you're going to see a lot more balls, Gino, now hit in high because of Thompson in there, and because we know that's his strength. And maybe trying to lay some balls off to people coming in supporting him and get some shots on.
Yeah, I mean, Siobhan did not have a lot of service where he could do much with it.
No.
Liked his movement. Think there's a lot of potential. Certainly a lot to learn, and we'll see. Nick's the kind of guy who's going to be in on stuff like that and close to it, but that's going to go off for a goal kick.
Cleveland Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game by tweeting your choice and using the CV.
But that's what we're going to look for Nick Thompson for, and I think maybe Dave Brandt says we got to, we have to go over top a little bit, and Nick tries to get on the end of that one, but just over the head of both he and Evan Lee for FC Cincinnati.
Yeah, probably been told. Kevin Kurt has been told, hey, get these balls in now, and let's try and get Nick Thompson into the game and get him some chances on goal.
Yeah, so I mean, what do you like on what we saw the young man Siobhan Walsh, Paul?
Well, I think he's still got to learn a lot, Gino, and you can see he's got some great pace, and I just think he's got to learn to hold up the ball a little bit more, use his size because he's a big boy, and don't show that ball too much to defenders, because I think he got stripped a couple of times where he's opening his body up where he needs to get his body in between the ball and the defender. So I think only room for improvement, and he's a young guy, and he's gonna get that opportunity hopefully and come on strong.
And I think an entire year of at this level, he's gonna get better, and we see a lot of pace for him. Saw a lot of movement.
Yeah. But like you said, he wasn't getting the greatest service either. So it's tough. It's frustrating for a young guy when he's used to getting a lot of balls and can do what he wants with it, being pushed into this kind of situation where the defenders are a lot tougher, making it a much more harder game for them, and then he's not getting the service as well where he can really build his confidence.
But a good shift for 60 minutes, and again, a player I think that Dave Brandt and his coaches will be high on and continue to try to work with, and that's what Nick Thompson is going to do, get a flick. But the flag went up for offside. Referee does not call it.
No.
And that's a go by Christian Martinez.
Martinez again, he's going for goal again, and really wasn't on. It should have been a look to see what's going on.
Yeah, there were a couple guys in the box there.
Yeah,
whips that in. We see Mike Green winning that for the Riverhounds, and finally Bo Moloto, who does well, and that's Kevin Kerr, not the greatest of headers from Delbridge.
I saw Herzog there sneaking in behind the defender. No,
and Kerr. Yep.
I don't think he realized, the defender didn't realize Herzog was behind him when he was hoping for maybe a pass back to the keeper and nipping in between there and getting a chance on goal. But Hans getting a little bit of possession again.
That's a good ball from Kevin.
Oh, that's
here's Corey Herzog to pick up the knockdown.
Yeah, that was a tough ball back into Nick Thompson.
Hounds a lot better here the last 10 minutes. Paul seemed to be
picking it up. Connecting
with some passes. We'll see how Cincinnati responds to this. I'm sure they want to get 3 points out of this night.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a sub too, Gino. I think they just called somebody up who's switching shirts in the booth here, so in the dugout.
As we see Polak going forward. Good one, Dilcoli. Mike Green clears that to Moloto. That's one right back from Nicholson to Walker. And back over to McLaughlin. He gets a serve in. There it is. Great save. Zach Steffen. As we saw Andrew Wiedemann get there on the back post. Great combination from Cincinnati, but terrific. We see McLaughlin. He's going to play. Just gets that away. And here comes Wiedemann back through, and Buddy hits it right at Zach Steffen.
Yes, Jack Steffen was unfortunate there because he was waiting, and it kind of hit him in the chest and his hands, and was lucky there that that player didn't get a better shot on goal or hit the ball down.
This was Cincinnati with their 4th corner of the night. Riverhounds still have yet to get a corner. Serve it in near post. Oh, wow, that was
real close.
Real close, dangerously close to the goal. Some hands went up from Cincinnati, and here come the Riverhounds on a counter, but they play that one weakly back to Mitch Hiddlebrand.
That's the first real opportunity we've seen, and here it
look
is
at this
again.
Terrific service, I think it was by, and Zach had to go back, and
we can't see the angle there
from that angle, but yeah, I mean, he was playing off his line a little bit. Probably in anticipation of that one ball, and a terrific in-swinger to make it a dangerous save, and oh, there's one.
Very good
Here
move
comes
there.
Wiedemann. Knocks it in, cleared. Okoli has it. He gets it across. Oh, off the crossbar.
Oh boy, that was tough to miss there, Junior.
I
He
think that was
inside the
Townsend
6-yard box.
off the crossbar, but great combination. Wiedemann to Okoli to the Townsman, and that was the best chance of the night for both teams. But here comes the Hounds, and that's going to be won by Kenny Walker. As he strips Martinez. He's going to play down Jim McLaughlin, who just had a great serve into Wiedemann. He's going to take Greeny inside, but he gives that one away probably way too cheap. I think Sergio Campbell clears for Cincinnati.
Yeah, into the 67th minute. It's kind of opening up a little bit now, Gino. We haven't seen this.
Yeah, some of the best opportunities we've seen, Paul, so far.
Yeah, really. It kind of going to end, and Cincinnati coming up.
There's a good serve. See Nick Thompson
trying to sneak in
looking to get in. But can we see it pick up as we see Wiedemann to Jimmy McLaughlin. Townsend's making the run out left. Campbell tracks him down and knocks that one out for a throw-in.
A quick throw-in again, and here comes Cincinnati again. It definitely the pace has picked up, Gino, and both teams kind of like woke up.
Well, we said both really
need the points.
Need 3 points, and it's good to see them both picking it up. And Cincinnati really, after maybe about an 8-10 minute tough stretch here, where it seemed the Riverhounds had the edge of play.
Yeah.
Cincinnati really in these last few minutes has taken it to the Riverhounds. See Pollock. Oh,
whoa.
Yeah, Nicholson lied that one up, but
he did. He got some power behind that.
He had some power behind it, but
not on target.
Yeah, not on frame, and that goes again off for a goal kick.
Yeah, we're going to see a replay of this.
Here's the replay where Coley did 2 Townsend, and he comes in. Stephen Akai put just enough pressure on, maybe to force Townsend to go a little bit higher than he wanted.
Yeah. Definitely, he was inside the 6-yard box. Tough to get it up that quick and hit the crossbar.
And again, the best chance of the evening for both sides. And good win by Martinez to Leva Moloto. See, Lebo again showing his usual patience to keep it, but that's not good enough against these guys.
Not for this game as well. Yeah. We need when you got an opportunity, you got to take it, Gino, and go at him. And
Stephen Akai tries to find Martinez. That is cleared out by Tyler Pollock. And Akai again to Moloto.
Yeah, going kind of backwards again there.
And Hollingsworth finds Kevin Kerr out wide. He's going to cut in. Nothing doing. I mean, Herzog made a run, but he's the only one. Nick Thompson.
Yeah, Nick
Thompson way out wide. I don't think that's what he's there for.
No.
You know, he got to get in the box a little bit.
And Kevin really did well there, winning that ball back again and battling there.
And I think it was one of the things that Kevin had. He looked inside and nobody was there. And as we see Cincinnati coming out with that one, and here's one back to Hildebrand, who's had his struggles a little bit with his feet, hasn't he? And as he brought that one pretty high. I think that's bringing snow, as you like to say.
It was got snow on it.
Yeah. Here goes Sean Okoli. He breaks in, but that's going to be run out by Marshall Hollingsworth, and another goal kick for Zach Steffens. And I think we're going to see a switch for Cincinnati, as well as
Martinez coming. Is it Martinez coming out?
Jack Thompson for Martinez.
Riverhounds substitution. Number 28, Jack Thompson. In for number 34, Christian Martinez.
And Corbin Bone is for Casey Townsend.
Cincinnati substitution. Number 19, Corbin Bone. In for number 16, Casey Townsend.
Long one to Thompson, and thought he'd won that ball, but Cincinnati back with the ball, going down the right side again.
Yeah, it looks like we'll see.
And there goes Herzog.
There goes Herzog, and he's going to have a long go for that one.
That was wishful thinking.
We'll see. Oh, bad. Geez, that's like the second or third little back pass that they've played. Lebo Molotok, and he has the range from there, Paul. He won't take it, and but Nicholson does. So
again, Cincinnati slowing it back down.
Again, both
kind of had a little spark there for about 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, Gino.
Right.
Both teams kind of trying to go end to end. Cincinnati getting the best of it.
Yeah, now we're approaching the 74th minute, slowed down a little bit despite some changes. 3 changes have been made for the Hounds.
Yeah, Herzog getting stripped of the ball there pretty easily.
And only 2 for the for FC Cincinnati.
Oh.
Again, they're very...
Yeah, Herzog really knows that's the opportunity, because this goalkeeper is a little bit
I mean,
touchy.
I think he should be going for every one of them, because they've been perilously close to giving the Hounds a gift.
Yeah, really.
With that, with some very slow back passes, Hildebrand taking his good old time getting that. Very, very complacent, with that. That will be a heck of a way for Cincinnati to lose home field advantage, where I'm sure they're going to crowd of over 20,000 for a playoff game.
Green throwing it kind of away there to the Cincinnati player, got a flick on with his head, and Cincinnati getting the ball back.
75th minute, 0-0, Riverhounds FC Cincinnati. As we see the substitute Corbin Bone playing to the other substitute, Jimmy McLaughlin. Here's Stadapart, no foul called there. Cincinnati retains possession with Harrison Delbridge. And Kenny Walker, their playmaker and go-to guy, is going to distribute that out wide, but that's going to be won, I believe, by Kevin Kerr.
And a throw into Cincinnati.
The Hounds, but throwing for Cincinnati.
The same can be said for buying a new vehicle. At Audi Pittsburgh from number 1 Cochran, you'll find the most impressive lineup around. The all-new Audi A4 and Q7 to the in-demand Q5, Q3, and more. At Audi Pittsburgh is only one goal: to make the experience of buying
well done
turn from Herzog. Can he play Thompson?
Yeah, a little bit tough there. Needed a little bit more pace on that ball, and maybe, I don't know if Nick would have been able to catch that, but it would have been better for him, where he could have left that defender and maybe got to that one, but ball a little bit slow.
Yeah. But
Matthew Stewart, please report to the club level. Again, Matthew Stewart, please report.
Thompson lays it off to Herzog, but that's won again by Delbridge. And here comes Cincinnati building out of the right side. with Derek Luke, who probably pushed it a little bit more, it seemed, in the first half, Paul. And
Yeah.
we'll see if he continues to do it here in the second half. But that's another ball that Cincinnati plays directly to Zach Steffens. And, there's been a lot of those.
Yeah, there is.
That'll be an interesting aerial duel with Thompson and Delbridge, both of them
Pretty good
strong
in
in that department. So we see Mike Green back it up to Zach Steffen. Barry Herzog wants something out of that. He's not going to get it. Here's Marshall Hollingsworth. Finds Lebo Moloto.
Went back out wide again.
Jack Thompson is going to find Herzog. Real heavy touch, gets away from him. One by Kenny Walker. And they're going to call Herzog for the foul.
Kevin Kurtz kind of dropped back a little bit more now, Gino, and kind of been out of it a little while. I haven't seen him on the ball too often. Melodo's been getting the ball, and Herzog's been running and working really hard, but having a tough time with his touch at the moment. And
he has. He seems like he's trying to do everything for him. And
yeah.
Of course, he has his usual relentless work rate. I mean, he never stops, and love the energy that he brings to the game, but hasn't been able to really connect, whether it was Walsh up front or now with Nick Thompson. There's a long one in. Here, could this be a chance for Jim McLaughlin? Just wide.
Boy, they were lucky there with that.
I think that's going to be a corner.
They got a break there on this double header.
Yeah, that comes off McCauley's head and just wide, as we'll see, the fifth corner on the night, I believe, for Cincinnati. And last time they tried a really dangerous swing, I believe that was
into the near post
He's
again.
Swing it in.
Yeah.
That's cleared away by Sergio Camel.
And here it comes back in again.
He gets one in there. I think that was Delbridge.
I thought Jack Thompson was open there.
Back comes up.
And Zach Steffen was thinking about hitting him, and then just eased off and changed his mind.
That's a foul by Thompson way after the play. A little talking to by the referee, so that was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, that was a silly foul. He was lucky he didn't get booked for something.
Way to Cincinnati. And again, Cincinnati playing these long balls. Paul,
yeah.
I just think they would like to keep it a little bit more, as we see Corbin Bond.
A little bit casual there. Jack Thompson standing in front of the player, should have been picking him up, and was 3 steps in front of him. The player threw it over his head, but obviously we've got to be a little bit more sharper there.
Kenny Walker trying to find ball. On that left side, he has some people in the box. Nice little ball in to Bond, who's going to play it to Nicholson and back out wide to Lee. He's going to find his fellow center back, Delbridge, and back four swinging it around for Cincinnati. Now it's coming up, trying to press a little bit with Kevin Kerr, Kenny Walker.
Giveaway again.
Way out there, but a giveaway. Can the Hounds take advantage of it?
2-on-3 on 2.
Lebo Moloto coming forward.
Lebo,
Can he have a go? But Cincinnati back very, very quickly with Kenny Walker.
Boy, Lebo had Herzog wide open on the left-hand side, and I don't know why he didn't just knock that ball to him. But
I think the Riverhounds, Paul, are going to get their first corner. There's Nick Thompson played that off Cincinnati defender.
No food, drinks, or soccer balls are permitted.
Good opportunity here, Gino, with 10 minutes to go, and this is the time we've got to try.
10 minutes to go, first corner for the Hounds, and that was, as you saw the replay on that one. Again, Willie Hunt is up on the goal line. We'll see Sergio Campbell, Nick Thompson. Here's the service, and that's Sergio Campbell. But he's going to be called for the foul on that one. Doesn't agree with it, but he's not going to change it.
Quick one for Cincinnati out wide right, and just starting to build it up again. And
slow it down a little bit, and again, give it away cheaply to the Hounds who can push it and counter. I mean, I would really like to see the Hounds take off and try to take advantage of some of these giveaways. Cincinnati has given the ball, but it seems like if it's not, it's either Kevin Kerr or Corey Herzog that are taking off with nobody else.
Yeah, really. Seems like they're just, both teams are doing the same thing as well. We'll get possession, then give it away again. Here's a great chance.
He has a shot there, and why that extra touch?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe we have seen him score some great goals from 25, 30 yards out, and he's had a couple of looks in there, Paul, where they backed off on him. It's disappointing he hasn't done more.
He's kind of been hesitant a little bit tonight, Gino. There's been a couple of times where he took that extra touch instead of taking that first-time shot and then passed it off. But, we've seen him hit some great shots, and surprised he's not doing that.
As Willie Hunt clears that. And Kerr and Luke in a battle won by Kevin Kerr. And here's Herzog. Taken down by Luke.
Possession again.
He wins that one.
Nice run there.
Making a run in. Nice roll back to Wiedemann. Oh, just a little bit behind. Thompson comes back to win that one. Gives it back to Malotto.
There it is.
And that's just an absolute wasted ball.
Yep.
From Leo Malotto.
Need to be that little bit quicker and looking for Kevin Kerr there. They split those defenders, and that would have been a great opportunity, but just held on that little bit too long again.
And it's Hildebrand's pushing everybody up. I think we're going to see the third substitution coming on for Cincinnati here. It's like Eric Stevens is about to come on for Cincinnati. As we see that one cleared away from Sergio Campbell. Polak, is he gonna find Wiedemann? He does. He and Marshall Hollingsworth, cleared by Hollingsworth, but back to Derek Luke.
Hollingsworth actually did well there, Gina, because he was beaten and then got back and got it cleared. Got himself out of trouble.
Wiedemann's been very dangerous all night. As we see Delbridge, I don't think that's his forte to take guys on.
No.
Out, but we're going to see a change here. Stevenson for Nicholson, so that looks like probably pretty much we'll see if there's any changes with that tactically, or if it's just a straight swap in the midfield. So, 86 minute is Eric Stevenson for Paul Nicholson.
We need somebody to break out here, Gino, and create an opportunity on goal, hopefully in these last 5 minutes. And Hounds going down the left side right now, but tightly marked by 3 defenders. And Kerr with that cross in a little bit too low when you got Nick Thompson in there. Kerr didn't get that where he wanted to, I don't think.
Wiedemann great win by Malota, but oh yeah, sloppy. Oh, there's a big collision.
Well, he was going to pass the ball, and the player got his leg in the way, and really Nick Thompson whacked the back of his leg. See, he stuck his foot in there, his heel, and
yeah, that was Tyler Pollock and Nick Thompson, but that's going to go for the Riverhounds.
Kind of a strange yellow
Pollock
card.
says, "You whack me, I'm just playing the ball." You know?
Yeah.
He's trying to sort it out, but a little bit too far out maybe for a direct shot, Paul, but although
I don't know.
we have seen Libo Malota hit these. He and Herzog are in there. Jack Thompson with the left foot could maybe hit an in-swing. But it will be interesting. So the Cincinnati's going to set up a three-man wall.
Herzog
Brown will. Good one in.
Oh, dear.
Jeez, Willie Hunt came flying in. No one picked him up.
But he was offside, so it didn't matter. I thought there was too many bodies, too many yellow shirts there.
A little bit too easy, yeah. And not a bad idea from Corey Herzog for sure.
No. They just needed to time the run a little bit better, and would have been a good opportunity.
So we're getting close to the 90th minute, Paul. Just entered the 88th minute, and it's just that's not a good one from Nick Thompson. But he wins it back.
Kind of back and forth this second half, Gino.
Yeah, like I said, I mean,
nothing.
Both teams. A lot of this is long balls and that have rolled off to both keepers and
start over again.
Neither team wants to take a risk, it seems, to start it. Both teams have had a couple of chances to counter, not much. And we'll see if somebody can steal one here in the waning moments.
That's what it's all about right now, because as we can see, they've gone 2 minutes left, and probably about 2 minutes overtime, I would think, at the most. And
not a couple substitutions. That's about it. No real injury time or stoppages. As we see Leo Malota play that wide to Marshall Hollingsworth. To Kevin Kerr, who moves.
Herzog might be taking a crack here if he can.
And he runs right into a Cincinnati defender. I believe it was Lee. It's a good one from Paul. Here's Coley. And that's the substitute, Stevenson. He's going to have a go. And Zach Steffen makes that save.
Yeah, that was a long way out, but didn't think it was going to put
out. Stevenson gets a step on Willie Hunt, and at this point, have a go. So it's Derek Luke for Cincinnati. As we see, Bone. Cincinnati trying to build and get some things going here.
Yep.
As they continue, can they move it out of there? And there's another long one, and that's going to be Zach Steffens again.
Yep.
They continue with that. I mean, a couple nice little combinations, and then boom, we see we see that long one that is.
It's just a waste, really.
Yeah, that Zach Steffens says, thank you very much. I thought for sure they were going to swing it out here on that left side, Paul. Yeah. They had all kinds of space. Polak was out here. McLaughlin, they could have found them and done something. So we'll see. As we just entered the 90th minute. And
3 minutes extra time.
Looks like it's going to be 3 minutes of added time. So we'll see. Stoppage time coming up.
See if anybody can generate some offense right now in these last 3 minutes.
What can happen here? Can something happen in stoppage time? Something exciting for the fans or for both teams. Stevenson going wide. And again, that's Bone, I believe. He's going to serve one in. Put but that's going to be cleared out, but he's going to want it right back. And that's Wiedemann on the ball. So how far is FC Cincinnati? Are they going to press it a little bit? I said, is somebody going to try to win this here in stoppage time?
Really doesn't. Nobody really.
Hounds just forcing Cincinnati back. Not a lot of room. McLaughlin tries to find blow. That's going to be knocked out by Jack Thompson. It's a long one in. I think that's going to be offsides, Paul.
Yep.
Minute and a half of stoppage time expired. So again, a minimum of 3 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like we're into.
Zach Steffens' long ball. That is won by Delbridge, who's pretty much won everything in the air all night. He's been a monster back there for Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I think it's a handball on Lebo, right?
Yeah, sure.
So Cincinnati, one time, they're going to push some people forward. What are they going to do here? Try to get one. But their guys are pretty much staying home.
Yep.
And they played to Polak and well, sloppy from Cincinnati. McLaughlin goes down. Can the Hounds do something with it? Can they push it? And that's sloppy from Lebo, but he has another chance at it.
We've got
lost
some
by
bodies up there.
Stephen Okai.
It's a great opportunity.
Plays Kurt.
Oh.
And
Corner
kick for the Hounds. Second of the evening.
Looks like this is the corner kick that could finish it, Gino.
Finish it. Bring the house ball. Everybody up, and looks like everybody up at Mike Green
and Zach Steffens.
Stephen Akai sticking back for any knockdowns, and of course all the big boys up. Camel, Nick Thompson, Willian, and that's boxed away. Well done by Mitch Hildebrand.
That's the end of the game.
That's going to be it. Right on time at 3 minutes, and we finish this USL contest at zeros, 0-0 between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and FC Cincinnati. And Paul, both teams kind of started a little bit cautious and never were really able to get any rhythm or flow during the course of the game.
No, it just seemed like they'd have spurts, Gino. There'd be 5 minutes where, Cincinnati would really kind of put the pressure on. The Hounds are getting a couple of opportunities. It went back and forth. Nobody really looking like wanted to take control and really go to goal. And funny to see, actually. And it was kind of a strange game, and both teams get away with a point, but obviously both needed 3 points, and we're going to have the highlights now at the second half.
The highlight is
good cross
there. Good, again, Zach Steffens was the player of the game for the Hounds. That's a good take from Kevin Kerr, which was not far off. Again, here Kevin swings this one in. Nick Thompson coming close, but can't get on the end of that. Christian Martinez hitting that to Hildebrand. We thought he had some.
This is a great opportunity.
This is the one right here. Great save by Steffens. But I bet Wiedemann would like to have done a little bit better with that one also, as we see him hit it directly to Zach Steffens and had a wide open one. With that, here's a corner. Here's the one from Kenny Walker to Zach Steffens, which I'd like to see the goal line technology on that one. And that's the crossbar. That was the best chance of the night. Casey Townsend from Sean Coley, who just came very, very close to that.
This was a very good
There's
chance.
another one there. That was, I believe that was Jimmy McLaughlin. That one just went wide. Here's Stevenson, I was a late shot. Lebo Moloto on this corner, and a little bit of slow-mo, and again Hildebrand does well.
Yeah, did well there to keep
that one away. So again, 0-0 for the Hounds. They needed 3 points. I think that I don't think they have any more, any more chances for the playoffs. But certainly, I think for Dave Brand and his staff, looking for little things to build on, and a tie against the third-place team in the league is
It's
not
better
bad
than
outing.
nothing, for sure. Yeah, Gino, I think he's got to be happy with that, because this team, I was expecting a lot more from Cincinnati, and we're going to get to see him again in another week and a half. And maybe they'll be different then, because then a lot more's on the line, especially for them, trying to get home field advantage. So Riverhounds can be a spoiler there in the last game of the season on the 24th.
Yeah, the season's winding down. There's only a few weeks left as we see the Riverhounds giving it up a little bit to the Steel Army. We appreciate their loyalty and their commitment throughout the season. So, 0-0 tie here at Highmark Stadium in this USL contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and FC Cincinnati. We thank you for staying with us for the evening, and for my partner Paul Child, this is Gene Klein. Have a great evening, and looking forward to having you back with us on the 24th again against FC Cincinnati. Have a great night.
Good night.
Through the years, you've done right by investing in your home. And now, you can use that equity to borrow money for the things you need. With a low 1.99% APR and no fees, you can apply for a home equity loan online and use the money to upgrade to that minivan, make home improvements, or finance college. At Clearview, we can help you find ways to use the equity in your home for more important things. Let us help. Visit us online for more information. Clearview Federal Credit Union, the next generation of personal banking.
Athletic trainers for the freshmen. Physical therapists for the JV. Orthopedic specialists for the varsity. Perform well off the field, too. That's health for the home teams. Sports medicine at Allegheny Health Network.